Now, they say that divisional sides get better as the championship progresses. You were 8 points down at one stage to Kerry in the first game, but you played some very nice football in the semi-final against Field Rangers. You must be happy with the way the team is gelling.
Yeah, it is. Look, and I suppose the big thing from our perspective was like you said, playing more games. And I suppose we knew at the outside, we hoped at the outset that the format would suit the district teams, getting the 3 games in the group. And then we got out of the group and we were hopeful enough. Then, look, we were probably disappointed in that we played against Timpano. And again, like I said previously there, we kind of went after the first half. We felt it was important to get a good start in the semi-final. And look, like we're just delighted to be back in the final. Look, we were under no illusions what tasks ahead of us, but look, we're there anyway, so...
Jerry, a lot of talk about the number of clubs and the number of players at your disposal this year. I suppose it's a good headache for a manager to have a lot of players. It's better to be looking at them than looking for them.
Yeah, look, definitely, yeah. I suppose the Legion guys joined us this year, and we're after integrating them into the setup. We haven't had them. This is our first time having them, and we lost ball a couple of years ago. But look, no matter how many clubs you have, whether it's 4 or 5 or 7 or 8, you still have to put the work into them and get them to play the way that you want to play and the system that you want to play in. So look, from that point of view, it's not a case of they're just showing up and playing football. There's a bit of work to be done on them as well.
Now, the attacking style of football that you play has worked well for you so far, but will you have to go more defensively today? Because let's face it, East Kerry have a fairly handy forward line.
And they do. Look, they've won the top. Look, it's nearly an inter-county forward line. So look, but the big thing, I suppose, from our perspective, is like it's very hard to put up a defensive shape in the space of maybe 2 weeks. See, like the Dingles, the good club size, the Kinmares are working on it with 3 or 4 years, consistently. So look, we won't venture too much on what we're at the last 2 weeks. To be honest, look, obviously, we're very, very conscious of the calibre player they have up front. Of course, look, they probably have the best player in the country right now, and maybe the best player of the year, in David Clifford. But again, you could get bogged down and do too much looking at David Clifford, and they've 5 other top forwards, and maybe 2 or 3 in the bench as well. So look, we won't change too much from what we're at, really.
Do you feel they're playing to their full potential this year? I know it's difficult again with the divisional side to bring them all together and get them to gel with each other.
Yeah, look, I suppose you always want to play better every day that you go out, and we can see there's room for improvement always with us. But look, we've done enough to get us to the final today. The conditions hopefully will be a bit better today than they have been for the last 2 games we played, so that might lend itself to a bit more open football.
Lisa Fouca fes gone and gruach nov mar khnav drumma egen burin shot to snood savadi le Sean Coffee. Tá ban Ginger il Aidan ag tá Kilkenny ó Rovils Gardia agus bhí an tá eile tá ren ina chaptéan ar Kerry lár a gailedor play canis na bíanna pese fé. Bólat gur fé na gaptéan Mike Breen bheise Paddy Clifford elanú ó chean cawn na parke. Tá anna achtas gur isteach ag Colin McGillig Cuddy i lár na parke, Ronan Murphy atá ina haunta in nuv. Keg bhfuil éanad cosanta anna láidir có ní héan dóhín a dosathe ach iad bhí Keith Evans Kiel Garin Laundrig ina leach na himmartha sa chluithe le ceannis agus gan é nach fós fé scór blian tá Denny Kerry agus Clifford anna ghain séireach mar lína lán tá sach agus tá tena chormílteach ar an bhuireann ag éana ó Canar tréis na fille ar Kerry ó Chilara. Madele Kerry Hill well tra chi radam reltogar burncha ó Rhonona de hine. Sinís móna éan ar an eile seachas Kerry gaileh godain. Tá cawn a casad ag Shane Ryan. Sa bhaide, tá na héine há tas nua neamhdach Kerry hir te simmert de Kerry ag levéal. Eigent an lád fúlaí Jack Showard mar hampla bhuaig se ban. Sincher ile éidan leis an riachta gáhíle sa cehar diag. Tá anna achtas gur isteach ag Ronan Buckley lár na parca dó cé go bhór fear lis tré gá charta buí gine dagan. Fech ar sin mar éanad hosathe. Tá mórán cainte ar an léascar óg Rory Murphy, tá Dara Roach lá na cheol le cúpla hinnuas, agus sin gan tracht an éachar an na deáracha, agus réaltóga Clifford, agus ar imreor na bliana James O'Donoghue ón Leigún. Godain sconan na mreorí ó cheann na parke ar an dá ar an agus an seileh fachta a lethe chúil mátá ach seo pastáin séireachsteach go Rory Murphy. Rory a túirt fé, Rory go hard agus Rory an chiad scórig Rory, an chiad scórig agus ag Paddy ceann das dain séireachsteach dína go háir an son smachtathe go das ag David a túirt fé Harris a ghálainn agus well bhí san alínta.
Bhí se alínta agus cífa Mike scóra chaim siúchan é héana ho cruisís.
Dechar dó bheith sin dhéanamh gan an seileh agus an seileh fachta ar náis agus curthisteach dín James O'Donoghue, James ó Machtlí bháin há Berta ó Flasco fada le Rory Murphy, Sarah Mohan Saha, Clifford a túirt fé agus Clifford Harrison Trasnon, Paddy Clifford, Pa Kilkenny, Pa, the Durhig Pa Fay, Slash came off Pa Toot Fay, agus Pa Hiola Harrison Trasnon, Shin Pointed Das. Agus O'Connor, O'Brien Willen, Kashlana Mine, Hefachta Harnashik, Fiachra. Nish, Éana Haberna, Aimsheg, Éana da Hénig, Raichel on the Chatoig, Raishe, Turashe, Fegus and Counts and Schulta, go Halinta, go Pras, Harrison Trasnonic, Hofada, Le Chris O'Donoghue, Fosa Kohanish, Count Son, Nis Far, Agus and Count Son, Harrison Trasnon, the Kerry head, Agus, well, Shin Pointed Das, Pointed Finach and Son O'Dara line.
Yeah, you
know, Conacher, the Muir, Og, Femar Dernto. Is Martin Clifford leis an éireacht agus sin kicks anna bhíar fad ó fiachra Clifford sin
na hín blianis.
Choileat go bag go dain agus Nathan Brendan darbát as chélann san chalístianta ge David Clifford and Counson go nafuise Harrison Trasnon ó Dara Roach a sé Ronan Buckley há sé siúd I gimmert go maithan sa tránóna tasdain séireach isteach go Clifford úmpú do bhaise agus Clifford Harrison Trasnon. Han persa go ma, ní an habíocha an únort. Rod Cailíseach agus hapatarne an sellefachta ag James O'Donoghue. Pass, glóitisteach go Clifford, pass, gon Yahar, Paddy agus Paddy Harrison Trasnon, gon nafaseachta hénig. Há siad lán de cheolan is.
Ja, chuma for an club stoch he had far on scores on James O'Donoghue, Danche got in second cart.
Nish mar sin, Siachún Owen Clifford and Bautas Owen sin anna fastistach. Cho fada le Dennehy Harrison Trasnon agus Lahans no better chance ba Biden. Clifford and Ish, Trosloga Tokahig, yeah. Go nafuseach nos Comelum, Harris and Trasnon. Sin an 2 point in Ishik David Clifford.
And Dennehy
Toort Fay agus Dennehy go das Harrison Trasnon agus hí son táchtach an ish do Kerry Lloyd chun ná sin mar Fay level na minúr agus Fay scór blian de Kerry Clifford in ish sin count anna ord sin count anna Allin oh David Clifford well Cadas féidir ráfa.
Ja, ní féidir an sort son hic a bhlacála ráhí cíimiad an son an slíoch luasin sé an
cín an scór le hamann ar far gabhastín de stack Kerry hid náid an é Kerry Lloyd an náid a cúg agus ar idir an é Ronan Murphy te an park agágant agus idir fi seach John O'Brien imreor óg anna chumasach David Anish Dúir go chugiú faointe ráid Kerry cín sa chiad le fachtaige agus an Counson Schulta go nafuise Harrison Trasnon
O'Brien agus hear sé amach pass riimiis son sa cléthe maith dhimirtigh Jonathan sa darna le.
Se le fachtan son ag David an Dalmh aide na hasamh agus Schulta caite Harrison Trasnon in na chiatóige sin Alín agus Alín le dáró.
Ja, agus féach an brú bhí sé an Dalmh cha sé éirí agus fós cha sé chahabh Harrison Trasnon ha míidir féchant ar chóm.
Go dain agus fiachra Clifford in ish. Chum an kick Sarah Hogan for sé count sa chiad le ile ábhírín géireach goite sé cúpla troslóg an Counson Schulta go das Harrison Trasnon hí son anna háchtach dóibh agus an bearnas an leidathe de fointe go. James ó fiachant Trasna sin pass anna jas chofada le Clifford sung sa ram fachtageach an pass an sheriff to go huige Harrison Trasnon ó Dara Road sin glúiseach den giad sco.
Ja, an scór is fear an overstól am hénig ó heh an glúiseach James O'Donoghue sár fas an buntáistige Clifford a ríist Croga Lava únta chamachgadí Roach a Michigan Keith Evans.
Jansa Keith leis an Counson anna ragra ar fad agus fragra táchtach an son ó Keith Evans agus ó Kerry Lloyd.
Útí.
Mahan son ha Jonathan Line bána le éidir na gcéó gáhíle sa cehar díag an sele fósacá Barnan son sin anna chaid anna fas eile Clifford Barne ag David Clifford well ní leor an seachcín de faointí do bhuaiseacht gan cháim an son ó Kerry hid.
Ja, stocha bhí sé ciún sa chluthe leithcheanna seach níl sé ciún an óbhróirí Murphy Tamáint chun cín Jonathan Line go dtí Paddy Clifford an fearcheart san áthceart agus anna bhád agus sin is tólam hénig in is a ráthí.
Anna James O'Donoghue pass anna jaasisteach an son chofada le Dara Roach Habert á dhéachant leiseach Roach Harrison Trasnán agus well bhí sé ciún go más cíad le bheith fiúr na mar tas glóte isteachchan son cho fada le Clifford cad dhéana sé rééis sé chetóig há túr díaragé stop há túr díaragé stop agus cuma le David Clifford an módaine déach legas é an bheith son hir agus ní stoppatíiste.
Bhí túr timppla ar mar cóige duine bert túr agus níiad a chéine techt an éonreachta canna héamh mar an dáchos.
Chutha go dtí chomá do Kerry hir. Éana ó Conor inis leis an Countson agus an Countson chu Harrison Trasnán an bhí bearna laidathe go haon íst eile. Bhí mí de socha caint an bhór ar tosathe Kerry hirach ní hendóí na costantóirí chomá agus Puinte bhahan son Puinte anbhahan son
Evan O'Grady
agus
na fró ní tamánan sé stocha an slíoch luisian an caid bín sé fris brethir rud a dhéon David Clifford agus héana hochta dionm se amach an isfa.
An teile fósa có Jack Brosnan níis pass eile isteach a Joe David Béidir gra se feidir ó bhar go hógantach ní ar dhéon thug sé éanaach an bháin an na cuailí héan an né inis.
Agus an fed dearnach mé agus é tiltte go maithe é Kerry hir.
Tá go dainn siad Kerry hir choirithe chréchomórtas sínsir caiide Kerry agus é buite a có agus é buite go maithacha ar Jerry O'Sullivan son agus é anna hásta le chénig David Clifford an son agus é caint le David Breen agus é siúlt anna hásta le chénig chomá an scór déig an sa ar fork abhtíín de staic. Kerry hid a héanana sé díag Kerry Lloyd an náid i dé.
Grúpa í garibí orthe an chréchomórtas an sáil le leich na himmartha a bhronna ar David Clifford. David, some weekend by you, Player of the Year, an All-Star, and now leich na himmartha in the county final.
Yeah, it's the stuff of dreams, really. I suppose I probably couldn't enjoy it until we got the job done today, but no, thankfully everything came right for us today. We probably hadn't been really firing throughout the championship, but thankfully it came right for us there in the second half.
What does it mean to you as a player from a smaller club like Fossa to get the opportunity to play with the divisional side and to get to play on the biggest day in Kerry county football?
It's huge. Look, I suppose it's probably always mentioned how close we are as a team with East Kerry. Like we've all played all the way up together at school games and stuff like that. So it's great to be playing with your friends, as you said, in the biggest day of the year. So no, we're massively thankful down here to have this divisional set up.
And it's been some year for you. Can you talk us through the campaign with Kerry first of all, and now the campaign with East Kerry? It must be a great time to be playing, especially playing at such a high level as you are.
100%. Look, I suppose it's great when you have trophies at the end of the year. Like last year, we lost here to Stacks, we lost to Tyrone with Kerry, we lost with Fossa, so it doesn't belong changing around. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, look, it's been a brilliant year. I'm lucky enough to be playing with teams who like to kick the ball, so I'm lucky enough to be on the receiving end of a lot of good kickers outside me. So no, it's been a great year.
Well, it's still leich na himmartha gluthe canis cribh chaideach comórtas Kerry. David Clifford cóghardachas.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Oh, it's just real tomachas macha. Yeah. Agus an curran bretig an son ag Paul Murphy agus cadé mar imróir agus mar rastalí a hátrish a bheith I Paul Murphy do chiirí thar na blianta. Cúpla focail in ishuig.
Good morning, na Himori Specialta after Gore Anish. Gives me great honour and pride to accept this cup on behalf of a great group of players from East Kerry. Since we got together, there's been full buy-in from every single person, from every single club. We've a huge number of training every night, and you're a credit to yourselves, your families and your clubs, lads, so well done. To Mid-Kerry, lads, you don't want to be here listening to me today, but you put in a great campaign. You're a fantastic group of players. We've the utmost respect for you, and I've no doubt that you'll be back challenged for this next year and in years to come. So well done to Mid-Kerry. I mentioned the players there, but there's a huge amount of people in the background that need to be thanked. I'd like to thank the County Board and all their sponsors, especially Gary's, for their continued support and promotion of the County Championship, along with the local media here in Kerry. I'd like to thank Brendan Griffin, Paul Hayes, Seamus Mulvihill for their fantastic job reffing here today, and to all the refs in the county. As it was said before the game today, there'll be no games without you, so we really appreciate everything you're doing for players in Kerry. I'd like to thank the East Kerry board led by Johnny Brosnan. We were wanting for nothing. We're really well looked after. So thanks very much to all the officers and the sponsors of the East Kerry board. Particularly among those sponsors, I'd like to thank Ollie Fevere from the Shire, our main sponsors. There's one or two of us who are on the panel who are old enough to remember Ollie looking after people above in Cork when he's running the Bailey, but he's looking after us closer to home now with the last few years, so thanks very much, Ollie. We have a huge amount of people in the background who are ensuring that we are able to take our place in such good shape here today. I'd like to thank John Shee, our kit man, logistics manager, Ruth Allen, our physio, who's been a mainstay of East Kerry for the last few years, ably assisted by Ashton today. Eamon Myers on stats, who's helped out with Derry Healy doing the video. I'd also like to pay tribute to younger Sean O'Leary from Kilcummin, who's involved with us in Mayor Ishka this year. It's great to have you back involved in the setup, Shawnee, and we look forward to seeing you in your continued recovery from your accident last year. As well as that, I'd like to thank John Deneen, our liaison officer, our selectors, Sean Cronin, who we've somehow kept a hold of for the last 2 seasons, Sean O'Leary, the older Sean O'Leary from Kilcummin, the great Seamus Moynihan from Glenflesk, Arthur Fitzgerald, our trainer, who's the fittest man among us, I'd say, and the man who ties the whole thing together, Jerry O'Sullivan. Thanks very much to all of you, lads. Finally, thank you very much to the support, lads. We've had brilliant support all through the championship. We really appreciate it. We've had a few tight battles, and the support from the sideline has got us through it. So thanks very much. We look forward to seeing you in the Shire later on. Thanks, lads.
Jerry, Córdachas, congratulations. You've won what you set out to do at the beginning of the year. That was some performance today.
Yeah, look, I suppose we met 8 or 9 weeks ago there, and we put a plan in place, and we were kind of taking every game as it came, and we were in a group stage, and we just wanted to get out of that, and we just took every game as it came, and you know, we found ourselves inside in the final, and you know, I think our lads saved the last, or the best to last today. Like, they played exceptionally well from the very start to the finish. Okay, you can maybe pick out a few mistakes that we made along the way, but overall, like, I mean, their performance was excellent, and we got some great scores, and you know, I think there maybe in the third quarter, I think we just after half time we put the foot down, and we got a few scores that got us away from Kerry, and then look, it was just enjoyable. The last maybe 5 minutes was enjoyable to just be in the sideline there.
That battle around midfield, you seem to get on top there fairly early on, and when you win midfield, everything else kind of falls into place afterwards. Yeah, we got a lot of joy, I suppose, out of their kick-outs. You know, it was something that we targeted. You know, before coming into the game, and the boys around the middle, like the middle eight there, Ronan Buckley and Darrell Ryan in midfield, but the 2 half-backs and the two wing forwards, and Paddy and Paul then centre-backs in the forward, like, you know, they were all tuned in there, and I think we got great joy out of that ball, breaking ball, and we won it cleanly as well, and then that gave us a platform, I suppose, you know, to get the chances, but I suppose we really didn't convert them as much as we'd like to have in the first half, but in the second half I think we did. And just finally, one word about who else but David Clifford. 1-9 today. The man is one of the greatest players we've ever seen. Look, he's absolutely exceptional, and you can't take it away from him. But I have to say, like, that the guys outside that worked the ball into him, were able to deliver the ball to him, they're unsung heroes as well. David's a great finisher, and he proved that again today, which is, look, we're just fantastic, and we're delighted just to get over the line here. Thanks a million. Cheers.